Hello, everybody. Welcome to Game Day Picks. I'm Tony Tier from Tony'sPicks.com with you here Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Doing live free picks for today's actions. So make sure you like, subscribe, set notifications. We want you guys live with us. Get the plays in real time, so you can get the best numbers. And join us here in the chat where the conversation goes on throughout the show. I'll let you know about a few things. Our promo code, you can save 20% off all our premium pick packages. Our best plays, when you use the promo code TonyT at checkout, you can access our page by clicking the link you see there in the description. Click the All Cappers tab, then get signed up. Always love your comments, guys. You can post your picks in the comments below, and we'll put them in our chat and put them on the show, as we now have the technology to display our live chat on there. And also make note of our site, Tony'sPicks.com. We are a multi-capper site showcasing top cappers in our industry. Click the links to the hot cappers. Get signed up to our long-term pass. You see some of our hot cappers up here, like Ramon, who's been on Absolute Fire, Nick Fartini, Mindy. Hollywood Sam's been on a pretty good roll as well. Tiffany's been up there. I've seen her top of leaderboards here. She's doing great. Our VIP is our GM. Our GM has been hot. So get the plays today, guys. You'll see the latest premium picks on the center of the page with our best bets of the day from each sport. Our promotional pick, $15. Each capper can designate a play from the card as $15 to showcase their service. And our multi-packs offer great value as well. You can check them out there. Also, all one-day passes are profit guaranteed. They must turn a profit, or the amount you purchase is credited in your account for side credits. That is profit guarantee. And of course, our pick ticker, if you prefer, you may purchase the plays a la carte. You'll see the team versus team information. All right, let's get underway here with the game day picks. Today, on our show today, we got Ramon Scott and Mindy Han. All right, we'll get to Mindy here in just a second, guys. I just want to give you a scoreboard update here. We're adding some more technology here into the show. We'll get this a lot smoother as we move forward here. As we got right now, I want to keep you up to date here. 1-0 here in Brewers and Giants right now. The Brewers just got a run here, bottom of the third. These are live odds, live scores. We got the technology now. We upgraded the line service, so we got all this great stuff. So the closing line was minus 108 on the Brewers, total 8.5. So the Brewers up here, bottom fourth in this one. Also, we're expecting a little bit here at the top, a few minutes away from this one. The White Sox and Giants set to go around close. We're seeing here the White Sox. This is the sharpest book in the world. White Sox minus 131. We're seeing the total of 8. This one just minutes away from start time. All right, let's get this one underway. Let's welcome in Mindy Han. You'll catch her over at Tony'sPicks.com. Let's bring Mindy in right now. Mindy, what's happening?
Not much, Tony. How are you today?
Doing great. Let me bring Mindy back on. Ramon went there back on my full screen. I think we made sure Ramon was working, so we got everything rolling here. All right, Mindy, how is everything going again?
Everything is well. How are you? Hope you enjoyed your weekend.
I did. It was a lot of programming, but it was great. So anyway, as you can see some
You're
updates.
Always working, Tony.
Always. Well, I just want I like things to run well, so that's what it takes sometimes to get things to run well, is just, update. But anyway, tonight we go to the NHL here with Mindy here at 8:30 Eastern Time. We got Stars here to host the Predators. Now, again, this is one of the sharpest book in the world. Again, we changed line services. We got a little bit more data now with our line. A little more endpoints here. We see here Dallas here, a big favorite here, $1.92. Total sits at 6.
Yeah, we're going to take a look at the Predators and the Stars here today. Predators are 38-29, trying to get into that last spot in the wild card race, while the Stars, on the other hand, they have the third best record in their division, not in any worry of not making the playoffs here as of now. The Predators defense is kind of what's been keeping them in this season. Not so much the offense. They're only scoring about 2.76 goals here per game. The Stars have been pretty good themselves, both offensively and defensively. They've been averaging 3.41 goals a game here. Ramon and I agreed on the under on this game here this morning. So I think that should help my play out here a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and take the Predators today here on the puck line. Getting the puck in a half here. The Predators are 20-18 on that road puck line. The Stars are 15-22 on their home puck line. The Dallas Stars, they failed to cover this puck line now at home in the last 4 games. I think the Predators here can get it done today. Taking the Predators, Tony, plus 1.5.
All right, Mindy here, going to go Predators here at the puck line, plus 1.5 here. I'll lay the minus 150 here against the Stars here. Of course, this Nashville team, just a game over 500. Stars here at 40-35. So We're down to the last week of the season, Mindy. How do you see this playoff push?
Well, I mean, to me, it kind of seems like everything's kind of in position. Maybe there's a jostling for a couple spots, but I don't really think that there's going to be too much change from what I can tell. Again, the Stars are in there. You may be able to see some change. I don't know on the other side with like, maybe you're taking a look at the Devils. Maybe they can move up a little bit, something like that. But kind of how I see this one with the Stars is that they also don't really play all that well at home here, especially as of late. They're only 3-8 in their last 11 home games, so we've been playing the Stars definitely, on the road. And they're also 2-6 after scoring 2 goals or less in that previous game as well. So for me, I kind of just think that since the Stars aren't playing great, we're kind of looking at a low score in here. I think that definitely helps the Predators team go ahead and keep this one close here today.
All right, we have Mindy here on Predators puck line plus 1.5 goals, minus 150 against the Stars. This one starts 8:30 Eastern Time, NHL Sunrise or ESPN Plus. All right, Mindy, let's take a look over at Tony'sPicks.com for today's action. Of course, lots going on over at the site. Lots of picks today. Of course, the National Championship game as well happening right now as we'll have UConn and San Diego State ready to go head-to-head, as well as a big card here for Major League Baseball already started already as we speak. Of course, Mindy, really good results here. 1,451 units of profit here for 2023. So a lot of baseball to go with 2 starting. That'll put us at 13 on the board here. Some hockey. What do you have going over at Tony's Picks?
I gave up my free pick here on hockey, so I will be in on the national championship game. I'll be having a play on the total. So if you want that, you can definitely go ahead and check it out. Put that today as my $15 guaranteed best bet of the day. So make sure you get over and get that and use a promo code TonyT at checkout. So you really get it for cents on the dollar, basically. And then I'm pretty heavy into today's baseball card. Got a 7-pack going here so far. Been pretty happy with my results, even though we're not. We're in the process of collecting stats, so we're doing a lot more based off of pitching matchups, how offenses and defensive squads have been doing here early in the season, and so I feel pretty good about this card here today. Especially, I always like the game ones of the series. Those are always my favorite.
That's right, guys.
I have less bias, moving forward, right?
That's right, indeed. Get on board here with Mindy over at Tony's Picks. Of course, we put the results up here for you guys again to see. She's been on absolute fire here. 1,451 units of profit for the year 2023. And tonight on the board, Mindy here with an MLB 7-pack from baseball on this, what's remaining of this 15-game card. 13 games left to roll here. Also, the championship basketball best bet up on the board as well from UConn and San Diego State. Now, instead of buying these plays individually, you may opt for the longer term passes from Mindy. Of course, Mindy has a 3, 7, or 30 sports pass. Get all of Mindy's pre and plays for that period of time you select. When you go over to her handicapper page and make that purchase, remember the promo code TonyT at checkout, and you will save 20% off. You can access Mindy's page by clicking the link you see there in the description. Click the All Cappers tab. Go ahead and get signed up. All right, Mindy, we put together a Twitter account for you over at Tony's Picks Mindy, where you have full control over with more content. Of course, they can visit you over on this skirt, and of course, another morning steam in the books.
Yeah, that's right. So you can find even more free plays today from Major League Baseball is going to be my play on Twitter, so you can definitely go ahead and check that out. You can also check out the replay today on the morning steam if you have not caught that one yet. Otherwise, we do have our day off tomorrow, so Mindy gets to sleep in a little bit. But we will be back hitting it strong again on Wednesday. On Wednesday, 8 a.m. Central. Wednesday through Mondays is when we go ahead and join up and get together for the morning steam. On Wednesday, we're going to find out who wins our pool finally, Tony. We think it could be Ramon. He could be in there in the mix, right? He's thinking either a lunch or he's out. So we got to see how this one plays out. Hopefully Ramon gets in there with some I think it's got to be hard for him, right? He wants to get the lunch, but he also wants a San Diego State team to win. So a lot of pressure there today on this. A lot of action, a lot going on here tonight with this national championship game. But yeah, join us. Like I said, every day we go through the whole card. You'll get all the action you can handle in Major League Baseball in the NBA and in the NHL. So you can always find something that you like. Not everyone likes all the sports. So you can just come in for just your segment there as well. But yeah, also join us in the Discord. Lots of folks will be in there tomorrow because it is our dark day. So you can look for our, experts in there. You got Blake, you got Brent, you got Scotch, you got Latifa, you got other folks that are in there. TJ, I'm going to be missing some, but Walking Spotted Bears in there, I know a lot. So all of these guys are really good. So I would, feel safe. I'd feel confident with anyone that can get in there and get there and use their advice. You can always find the Scotch Lock, especially. And you can get everything that you need for parlays, same game parlays, player props, all there. So make sure you join the Discord.
That's right. Join everyone, guys, over at the Discord. You can see a lot of content up there. Just want to give you a quick update here. Looks like the Brewers, a 2-run homer, now up 3-0 on the Mets. So 3-0 here. Brewers on the lead on a 2-run homer. Just happened seconds ago. All right, get on board with Mindy. You can see the Discord right there. A lot of great content up there. And, of course, Morning's team, another show in the archive, full coverage of baseball, the National Championship game, the hockey for today, and, of course, off tomorrow. But, again, check them out over in the Discord. And, of course, remember, Mindy controls her Twitter account over at Tony's Picks Mindy. We can find more content over there on the site. All right, Mindy, as always, great having you on the show. Continue that success. Have a great day off. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
I will. Looking forward to it. Thanks, Tommy.
Mindy Hahn here on Game Day Picks. Guys, with you here on Game Day Picks, Monday through Friday here at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you like, subscribe, set notifications, be live with us. Get the plays in real time. Get the best numbers with your plays here on the show. All right, let's continue on here on Game Day Picks. We'll continue on here. I think we just were flashing up some scores here. I think we've just got the other game started right now. I think we've got the Giants and the White Sox have just started up now. We're still nothing there, just the bottom of the first. So they got through the first inning. So bottom first there, Giants and the White Sox. Let's continue on. Let's welcome in Ramon Scott. You'll catch him over at Tony'sPicks.com. Sitting at the top of the leaderboards for the year. Ramon, what's happening?
Yeah, Tony, I hope you got me here. I'm coming to you from the moon, I think, here. But we're on if you can hear me.
Can hear you loud and clear. All right, Ramon, we're going Major League Baseball today. As we can see here with the Orioles and the Rangers here. The Rangers favored $1.29. The total sits here at 8.5.
Yeah, Tony, I'll cover this one for you on Championship Monday. I'd love to talk about the basketball game, but let's try to get you a winner here in baseball. And this is going to be a little bit of also just general synopsis on some takeaways from the opening weekend, Tony. I firmly believe the offense is coming. If it hasn't arrived yet already, there's plenty of indications that offense will be up this season despite some mixed results. Yes, scoring games, but remember, we're in opening week. The pitching staffs are going to be as sturdy as they pretty much can be throughout the league. So we're still seeing some good pitching performances, but plenty of indications, including from these two teams, not overwhelming teams, they're just middle of the road teams, but you see these two teams in particular, record-setting offensive performances already in a game steep in history and tradition. Here's the Baltimore Orioles coming into this one off of their series. Yeah, the Red Sox beat them up a little bit offensively, right? There were 36 runs in the first two games of the series, and Baltimore had 23 runs against Boston, so just one win, but we saw two players from Baltimore go 5 for 5 on the opening weekend of the season. They also became the first team, Tony, to steal 10 bases, 5 bases in each of their first two games. First team ever to do that. And so to me, we already know because of the bases. I mean, it's a fact. It's 3 inches closer to home plate. The distance between first and second base is like 4 3/4, somewhere in there, closer. So we're already seeing more stolen bases. Yeah, there was a 2-1 game yesterday for Texas, but what did they do? They scored 27 runs in the first two games against the Philadelphia Phillies, a World Series team. And that's the first team to do that since 1951. The White Sox score. Sorry, Siri, I know I'm upsetting you. But the first team since the White Sox in 1951, they scored 30 runs in their first 2 games. Something that hasn't happened 52 years just to start the season. So I think once we start to beat up these pitchers a little bit, we're going to see more. Texas was the highest scoring weekend team this weekend with that sweep of the Phillies. I'm not selling you on Texas overall. I'm selling you on them here tonight, though, with John Gray. He was 7-7 last season with a 3.96 ERA and 134 strikeouts. So I think Texas can be well suited here against Kyle Bradish with their offense. Bradish 4-7 last season with a 4.90 ERA. And take a look at that total right there. 8.5 over 19 right now at this sharp book. But right before the start of the show, there were a couple books, and all the books, I mean, this total was on the move. It got steamed up to 9 at several books right out of the gate. We already talked about this show, this game this morning on the morning steam, and I was on the over, Tony, in this one, of course, with the way that it's going right now. But again, Baltimore, Rutschman had the 5 hits, Hayes, 5 hits, Urias, 2 home runs. Now, I think that Gray can slow him tonight. I like Texas offense tonight against Baltimore, and I like the runs here in this one, but I also think it's a pretty good price on the Texas Rangers at $1.30. Now, the Orioles did sweep Texas last season, but I'm not necessarily making that a point that the Orioles have a situational advantage here. I think it's something that the Rangers might actually remember. Bradish beat the Rangers 6-3 last season in the only meeting that he faced them. He went 5 innings, allowing 1 earned run and 3 hits. But I think the tide is changing. I think baseball will kind of get what they want with this offense. Maybe it won't look as cool as it did over this first weekend or so, with everybody raving about the pitch clocks and only, I'm an old crusty, right? And only the people who want attention right now, or attention-seeking commentators, are talking bad about this pitch clock, Tony. It is going to change the game for the better. I'm conformed to it. I'm all in on pitch clock. Maybe they'll have to stretch it out a little bit. We saw a little bit of interesting situations occur when the pitcher ends up way out of position. He's got just a few seconds. You'd have to have him run back to the mound a little bit. But umpire's discretion. They can call time here and there. Every batter gets 1 timeout. It's all reasonable. It's been a big success with this pitch clock. But anyways, Tony, taking the Rangers tonight just at a good price here, $1.30, $1.35 in what I think will be a big offensive game. And those runs are coming. I just don't think it's being talked about yet, because we are seeing some solid pitching performances, as you would expect. The opening week of the season, when everybody's at their healthiest, the bullpens are all shored up, everyone's in positions, nothing's too shaken up yet. Once you start losing a few arms, start to piece everything together, piecemeal it, maybe then it'll really start to stand out. But I think offense is coming big time in the major leagues, if it hasn't already. I could go on about some of the hitters, Tony, around. Trace Thompson's got 3 home runs for the first time. The runs are coming, I promise. But in this one, I've got the Rangers beating the Orioles tonight in and over, as I said on the show this morning. Hope you're with me, Tony T.
All right, so the Orioles here, the play here for Ramon here. The Rangers lay the 135 here, the home team in this one. Yeah, the runs will come, Ramon, but I think they're going to come like we see most of the time in the warmer months. I think they'll come even more. But I think you'll see maybe increased scoring gradually here in the early months. But as we get in the summer, then look out. But anyway, this Orioles team, they had to hold on to dear life in that first game 1 against Boston. Then they had their struggles. They hit the ball well, some shoddy defense, and a lot of looks like some issues between the shortstop and left fielder. We saw some yapping going on yesterday with these teams. With the young Orioles here having a little skirmishes between themselves.
Yeah, I'd like to think they're a little bit above that. I mean, we expect the Orioles, to have another after last year's successful season. I think everyone's kind of pinning them to be even a little bit better this season. It was the Rangers that really kind of took the league by storm on opening weekend with a sweep of the Phillies. Can't overlook that. I thought they looked terrific again last night. I tried to go against them, and they proved me wrong. So I get what you're saying. So no doubt the runs will be coming in general, but again, we're seeing these type of record-setting performances, and it is April, first week of April. So I think it may happen sooner than later, but again, I think with these two teams, Baltimore right now, got to be a little bit of question. Every time they built some type of hope or lead, yeah, they got one of those games from Boston, but Boston seemed to have an answer every time on them at this point, and we know that maybe some of the struggles for the Orioles can come on the mound. Here you're dealing with, a guy like John Gray, a full run better last season than Kyle Bradish. So I do like Gray's solid effort every time. You know what kind of performance you're going to get from him. And I don't think, we're looking at Texas just because they scored 29 runs. I don't think we're looking at the best offense in the league. But I will say this about the Rangers that I mentioned to Mindy today. I've got it as a huge upgrade at manager with Bruce Bochy.
There you go, Ramon, here on that game. Rangers minus 135 here against the Orioles. Let's update the score right now. Giants with a home run now, 1-0 here, top of the second. They got the Kopech, and they're still at bat here in this one home run by the Giants. All right, Ramon here on the Rangers, minus 135 here against the Orioles. This one have a start time here, 8 o'clock Eastern time. Over on the package. All right, Ramon, let's take a look over at Tony'sPicks.com for today's action. We'll put up your great record here, as we can see here right now, 5,293 units of profit for 2023. There's all documented over at Tony'sPicks.com. And tonight, we got, 13 games still on the board here from Major League Baseball, National Championship game from college hoops, some hockey as well. What do you have going on over the site?
National Championship games tonight, you say, Tony? Oh, boy, I didn't realize. Really fired up for that one, Tony. Get my play tonight in the NCAA Men's Basketball Championship over at Tony's Picks. But just like Mindy, it's $15. I've put it on discount. The discount best bet tonight is in the NCAA March Madness Final Four championship game, San Diego State against the University of Connecticut. What will happen tonight? I can't wait. Do I really have to wait 6 hours from now to get this game started? Pick up my best bet right there, $15 over at Tony's Picks, and I have a Monday night 3-pack right now. That's all I got, Tony. One other than that title game, but 2 in baseball, 1 in hockey. I might try to get more in baseball, but I'm dialing it back just a little bit. I'm not necessarily on some of the comments that I made necessarily. I think maybe totals going forward are going to be strong for me because I feel like I'm against the grain a little bit in some of this discussion of offense because we're not hearing a lot about it. I'm just trying to look at it from a metric standpoint and seeing things that aren't don't happen historically. When things like that happen, that stands out in my mind, kind of like Connecticut's run when they were tearing through metrically and everybody wasn't sure yet, and all the metrics were saying that this Connecticut team was the best in the country, or from early on, really, from the near get-go. So, but pick up that 3-pack tonight, $30, a couple of baseball games and 1 hockey. Looking for more. Maybe I'll get a couple look at some lineups and can change things. But man, this is a light card for me. Of course, we have no NBA tonight because they always take off the championship game. So kind of a light card, Tony. But there it is. Pick up a 3-day. Pick up a 7-day. For some reason, Tony, ever since I've been flirting with this 5,000 and 6,000. Profit for the year, mind you. It's only April 3rd, and we're already up, mid 50s in units, and those are based on $100 plays. There's no loading up on some 10-star lock. Tony, I've done this grinding out 1-unit plays all season long. That's how we keep score here at Tony's Picks. That's where you'll find this to be one of the best records of all the handicappers on the multi-capper site. So take a look at the handicapper leaderboards. All the results are there, fully documented here at Tony's Picks. That's how we do it. We enter in our picks into the back end against 2 of the sharpest books in the world, and they're graded right in live real time with the line services pumping up. As soon as I see the result come across the line service, that's when it gets graded, ironically enough, right in our back end. So it's all real-time scoreboard watching there. You can check on, and hey, sweat along with Ramon. You want to know what's happening before you pick up my package? I've got the Milwaukee Brewers. It's a premium. I can't make it up. It's been already locked in the back end. Sure, they got the lead. Never going to count any game as a win, but sweat along with Ramon today. Milwaukee Brewers. Take them live if you want. What are they? Probably about $2 now at least, but in action with a day game in the major leagues. Check it out. And a 3-pack tonight, Tony. $30 over at Tony's Picks. Can't wait for this San Diego State game. But go ahead and pick up one of those long-term packages if you want. What I was going to say was, Tony, since we've been building this up and staying up there on that leaderboard, ironically, the long-term sales, quite frankly, sir, boss, they're at their high point since we've been doing this. For me, anyway, the long-term packages are getting sold at a record rate for me for some reason, and I'm sure it has to do with that strong record right now. So appreciate it, Tony.
That's right, guys. Get aboard here, Ramon Scott over at Tony's Picks. Of course, Ramon doing fantastic work as we put the records up for you guys to check out right now. Ramon has been on absolute fire, and of course, we wanted to let note here. Of course, you want to sweat along with Ramon. So far, no sweat, right? 3-0 right now. We got the Orioles. The Brewers up here on the Mets here. We're bottom of the 5th in real time here. Our real time stats are up right now in this game. We'll have those stats, all this data for you as we do our live shows. And you can see the actual money line here at close money line here. I have a program for close. 3-0 right now. Brewers here, bottom of the 5th. Ramon off. Maybe another unit you can add to his record as Ramon has been on fire here. Put it up again here. 5,293 units of profit for 2023. All document over at Tony's Picks. Today's action, of course, Ramon up with that college basketball national championship best bet on the board right now. Also with the Monday 3-pack here from Major League Baseball. And I'm sorry, mixing in baseball as well as a play from hockey in that 3-pack. And if you would, instead of buying the plays individually the way Ramon's running, you might as well just get that 1 month all sports pass. That's all Ramon's premium plays for 30 days. That includes all his baseball for 30, NHL, of course, that's going to include playoffs as well, NBA playoffs as well in there as well. So get on board here with Ramon Scott over at Tony's Picks. And of course, you will get the results of, you'll see that the plays are all documented over at Tony's Picks when you get that play. And of course, I'll give you some good news. Brewers just pushed across another one, 4-0 there, and they're still powering it on right now as we speak. Real-time updates here on our show, guys. So get on board with that 30-day pass. Use that promo code TonyT at checkout. You can access Ramon's page by clicking the link you see there in the description. Click the All Cappers tab, and then you'll land right on Ramon's page and go ahead and get signed up. All right, Ramon, lots going on. We put together a Twitter account for you over at Tony's Picks Ramon, where there's more content there, and we can also find you over on the Discord, of course, around the site with the site updates as well.
Yeah, when I get back from being out here on the moon, I'll get to work on some technology and get everything up and running. But hopefully this works out okay. Check me out at Tony's Picks Ramon. I'll bring you a free winner tonight, probably in the major leagues is what I'm thinking. Follow me at Tony's Picks Ramon. You're going to get updates on, when my best packages are posted, updates, just picks, really stuff related to handicapping, no frivolous stuff, no commentary about, the way we're behaving on the court and things like that, just picks. And info over at Tony's Picks Ramon and in the Discord as well. Hang out with us in the Discord for more information. You can ask me about picks, plays if you want. I'll throw out plays. I don't mind. I got plays, enough plays to go around. Only our premium picks are here at Tony'sPicks.com, and I've got plenty of opinions on other games and sports. So hang out with us in the Discord as well. And don't forget to check us out on the morning steam. Now, Tuesday's our dark day, Tony, but we're back on Wednesday with another week of shows, making picks over there. No doubt, look, we had a great turnout today, almost 100 views for a pretty slow day, but other than the championship game, of course, can't talk about it like that. It's a big day. It's one of the biggest days I've ever waited for, Tony, but what we have over there with over at the Morning Steam Show, is basically it's about our community and their picks. Yeah, Mindy and I come on, make some picks, and look at that. On the handicapper leaderboard this year, our Morning Steam is in the profit this year. So you can't do worse than to follow our picks and just go straight forward with those. One thing's great. We got so many sophisticated viewers with stats, comments, trends, opinions. but there were newbies too, and I think our community kind of fits that newbie thing a little bit better than most. I don't know. I mean, I try to be a bit educational about this in a way because, we're all learning, right? Especially with the new landscape of sports betting to a certain extent. I mean, I'm old school with sides and totals, but, with props and nerfies and first fives, people are into the other stuff too. And, it all works together. And we'll answer any questions that you have over there in the Discord. I've been doing this a long time, so happy to help our community if that's what they see it fit. But Mindy and I come on, Tony. We pick all the games. We go over it a little bit. Handicapping has been a little bit short on info with some of these big cards we've had. But once we get out of the regular season, we'll dive into it maybe a little deeper, talking about basketball and hockey. I think we had 35 games. What are you going to do? Throw out a pick and a stat. It's about all I had time for, but we don't want to keep everybody. Everyone wants to get on with their day, but the fact, Tony, that everyone hangs around for the entire show, to me, I feel like we're on there for a long time. I want to get it done, but everybody's sticking around because I think the information is solid, the picks are pretty good, and everyone gets their pick on the video and things like that, so it's fun time.
Well, see, one of the unique aspects of the morning steam is when Ramon and Mindy agree on a play, consensus plays. Those are documented. I don't know too many. I don't think any shows that document their plays from at some point we'll document all plays. We're moving toward that. But again, we are documenting these plays here on the show when we have the consensus plays. So there's a lot happening over at Tony'sPicks.com, guys. So check it out over there. And of course, again, there are different zones here on our site where we have more featured picks. I'll push across another one right now. Brewers just got another one. It's still up 5-0 here on the New York Mets. So everyone looking good so far on that play. They got runners at second and third here in this bottom of the fifth inning. But anyway, guys, you'll be able to find more content from Ramon here over on our homepage as well as the Discord. Guys, remember, visit the Discord. There's more content there. That's where the conversation continues when they're not on the air. Over on the Discord, you can click the link in our box here in the chat box, and you'll be able to find the Discord there. So go ahead and sign up if you would. All right, Ramon, as always, great to have you here on the show. Have yourself a great evening. And, of course, we're looking forward to some of the, of course, on the live morning steam of some of this technology on yours, getting the live scores up there, getting the feed. It would be cool, Ramon, when you're able to do morning steam and when you and Mindy are breaking down the games. See, the guys are telling me, I want to see this. I said, all right, we'll put it together. Yeah, so I hope Ramon can get it done. He's gonna have to start looking at some tutorials. We want to go through each game by game with, on the morning steam, right? Here's what we can do. All right, we just got to make sure the guy doing it can do it. Here you go. So there's the game. You can do a complete rundown on all sports, current lines, current odds, current scores if they're in progress. This is what we have available. We got the full feed rolling here, guys. So hopefully, morning steam Ramon. Hopefully, you can find the time to look at some tutorials.
Well, Tony, I just appreciate it because if I could do that, it'd probably take about 30 or 40 minutes off of my work time. Then you're looking out for me. Wouldn't have to type all
full automated. All automated.
You know how important it is for me to hold the line and everything. That I think that's one thing that impressed you enough to give us the show and all that. I mean, I'm really making sure that we're doing a complete professional job with all that stuff. And I do want to get maybe the chat on the screen. That'll kind of save me a little bit of concentration as well. So we're getting there. We do appreciate it. And kind of, disappointed that I won't be with the crew tomorrow. Look, I know San Diego State's a big underdog, but obviously that's the team that I follow and root for. I've been at some of the biggest games that the team has ever played in their arena. I remember when Jimmer Fredette beat us on that big nationally televised game on that Saturday, hanging out. I never was old enough, young enough to be in the show, Tony. That's so crazy. Maybe obnoxious fan base. I'll be honest, with San Diego State, they don't have the best reputation among opponents, but it's a loyal fan base, and the San Diego State stands by those guys, and I love them too. And I've been in that crew. I kind of try to look like a student, hang out with those guys and do I know all the routines, I know all the chants, and I know all the hand gestures you're supposed to make. But they're going to be up against it tonight. This Connecticut team really looks like, I don't know if they're necessarily one of the best championship teams. If they win this championship, San Diego State's going to win. Come on, guys. But if Connecticut does finish this off, I think it'll be more about disparity between them and the rest of the field rather than putting them among the elite teams in championship history, although their numbers will show that they were one of the best teams ever to win it, should they beat San Diego State tonight. And that's a tall order in itself, even as a 7.5-point favorite.
That's right. And of course, add another one, 6-0 now. Brewers still bases loaded, looking to pile on the runs for you, Ramon. Looking pretty good on that pick.
We'll take it. We'll take it. Get rolling in baseball. Looking to put together a streak tonight. So just really those two plays that I have. I mean, I feel like those are above the others. That's why I rolled with them. But I could have went deeper, but I just like those two more strong. So let's get a winning streak started in the major leagues. Oh, it's only the first week. Tony, watch out. It's going to be offense, man. I have a feeling.
That's right. Looks that way. All right, Ramon, have yourself a great evening, afternoon. We'll catch up with you again here tomorrow.
Thanks a lot, brother.
You got Ramon Scott here on Game Day Picks. Sky with you here on Game Day Picks here, Monday through Friday here at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications, be live with us. Get the plays in real time. Get the best numbers here with your plays from you here on Tony'sPicks.com. Oh, my goodness. I'm going to put up a scoreboard update, and you are going to, I think we hit double digits. I think we have just hit double digits in this game between this Giants and Brewers game. So let me put that up right now for you right now. Yes, we have. They have just hit a grand slam home run here for the Brewers, up 10-0 here. So the overs are cashed already here. As long as we get this, we got to finish this game to get the over. 10-0 here. Grand slammer here for the Brewers up on the Mets. I know when the game started, they were checking the pitcher's cap, and they were all concerned about what he had in his cap. I don't know if that got to the head of the Yankees starter, but I think they're deep in their bullpen now. So, oh boy, some of these ERAs are going to look nasty here. 10-0 here, Brewers with a barrage of runs here. And of course, let's see, we got another game here. We got one in progress right now. Giants and the White Sox. Giants hit a home run in the top of the second. They pushed another one across, up 2-0 here, bottom second here against the Chicago White Sox. So we'll keep an eye on that one for you as well. Those are the 2 afternoon games scheduled. Let's continue on here on Game Day Picks, guys. Reminders, like, subscribe, set notifications, be live with us. So when you're live with us, you guys can participate in our chat room, which we greatly appreciate all the contributions. Butterscotch is in there. I want to give it a shout out there as well to Blake, who's in the room as well. So guys, shout out to you guys in the chat. Let's continue on here on the show. Now it's time for my play. Let's get my full odds here. We're going to be looking at this one today here between the Guardians and the Athletics. I know our line feeds, we have no control over these nicknames, guys. It's something out of our control, so I don't mention it because every line feed I have can't get this right. But anyway, they give us a lot of good data here. We got the road teams on top, the home teams on the bottom, real-time scores. You see when the scores, we can put a lot with this stuff. So anyway, let's get to the game here. Guardians and Athletics here. The Athletics are dogs again. -147 here on the Guardians. We're going to be here on the under here, under 7.5 Guardians Athletics. Boy, this Oakland lineup is just bad. I mean, it's just really did absolutely nothing here over. They squeezed out a win against the Angels because the Angels couldn't hit that first game. But I'm looking here at definitely no lack of offense here for the Athletics, and maybe a little bit here on the Guardians side, although they did have a pretty good showing here against Mariners. But Zach will be on the mound, and of course the Athletics just brutally hitting batting average here against right-handers, and Guardians also struggling hitting right-handers this early in the season. But both bullpens did perform well in their opening series, so we're going to go here. We're going to go here in this one. We'll be under the total between the Guardians and the Athletics. And of course, this one will have a start time 9:40 Eastern Time over on the Major League Baseball package. All right, guys, over at Tony'sPicks.com. I do have 4 premium plays up there on the board for you right now. I have my best bet is for Major League Baseball. We've been doing well with our best bet in baseball to start the season. If you checked out my best bet record, it's been on fire here. Best bet from Major League Baseball. Also put together a 3-pack, 2 baseball and the National Championship game there on a 3-pack. So check me out over at Tony'sPicks.com. Go ahead and get signed up. Remember that promo code. You could use the promo code TonyT at checkout. You'll save 20% off. You can access my page by clicking the link you see there in the description. Click the All Cappers tab, and you'll land on my page and go ahead and get signed up. All right, let's continue on here on Game Day Picks. Let's go ahead and let's get to the recap of the games, the picks from today's show. All right, we got it started here with the Mindy liked those Predators here. She likes the Predators on the puck line. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the goal and a half, and that one will be there at plus the minus 150. So it's plus 1.5 goals, minus 150 against the Stars. Ramon liked the Rangers, minus 135 against the Orioles, and I will be here on the Guardians Athletics on a total of 7.5 runs. All right, that's going to do for this edition here of Game Day Picks, guys. Make sure you tune in again tomorrow here live. We'll do it all over again at 3 p.m. Eastern time. We'll bring in all our cappers from Tony's Picks. They'll give out their plays here for you for the Tuesday action. And don't forget our premium plays. If you're looking for our best bets, visit Tony'sPicks.com, and that's where you'll find them there. And of course, that promo code TonyT at checkout will save you 20% off. Let's take a look at the live chat. Again, shout out to everybody there with Blake and Butterscotch. And of course, Ramon was Terang with that grand slam. He mentioned them in his write-up. So those of you that purchased Ramon's play that day or on a long-term subscriber, you'll see that in the write-up today. All right, so before we let you go, guys, let's just get one quick look at the scores that are games that are in progress right now. And we'll get to that. Let's get to that for you here in just a second. We've got Ramon here in, let's see, the chat room. Guys, always make sure you guys visit our Discord before we get to the scores here. Be sure to visit our Discord. We have a lot of conversation over there going on. That's where the conversation continues when we are not on the show. All right, let's continue on here. By the way, I want to make note about my videos because I didn't know this till half an hour we went on the show. I got a notification from one of the commenters there, and they said, "Oh, where are your videos?" I said, "What do you mean, where are my videos?" I looked at YouTube, and for some reason, the upload failed. So I had to go back there and do the full upload again. So we should have my videos up there in a little bit because I had to find out about half an hour before the show, as everybody was commenting to me about that not being up there. All right, here's some updates here. You guys know we've been watching these two games all day right now. 10-0 now. The Brewers up on these Mets. End of the fifth. So the Brewers finally got out of that fifth inning. What a brutal inning there for the Mets. Also, still 2-0 Giants and White Sox. Top of the third there. Still Kopech on the mound here for Chicago. A little later here, no other day games. We have Cubs and Reds here. And, of course, the Cubs still at minus 118. Total of 9. Twins, Marlins. Twins have been an impressive team for me to watch. I was high on them coming into the season. I said on another show that I was being quizzed as to who's your, have you got your future? And I did a cram that night before baseball started, about 12 hours of studying baseball. I like what I see from this Twins team. They had the offense. Now they're getting the pitching to back them so far. We'll see if that can hold up. Rays and Nationals. You see the Rays a big favorite. Earlier, about $1.80's come down to about $1.68 there between these two. I can only look probably there on the run line. That's kind of what I gave out earlier on the video. That's was forgot to be uploaded. That one. Phillies and Yankees tonight. Yankees big favorites here, minus 169. Total sits there at 7.5. And, of course, we got Red Sox and the Pirates. Red Sox, $1.43. Their pitching is the concern there for the Red Sox. Cutter Crawford form wasn't the greatest there, but that's why we see that total now up to 9.5. 9.5 for the Pirates game. Wow. All right. Blue Jays and the Royals, of course, that's a kind of a low number there, right, for the Blue Jays, the way they look. And, of course, the KC, again, probably their best pitcher on the mound tonight. We'll see how that rolls. They're trying to break that 3-game losing streak tonight. Braves and the Cardinals, Morton on the mound. Concern with Morton has been his road form last season. Road home splits, big difference there for Morton there on the Braves. Orioles and Rangers, of course, the run Ramon covered. See the Rangers here at $1.27. Total sits there at 8.5. Tigers and Astros here. Astros 220 total of 8 in that one. It's down from the 8.5. We'll see how that rolls there. Tigers have been an under team on the road here against good pitchers. We'll see how that rolls if that continues. Of course, the Guardians and Athletics, we start to our late night coverage tonight. We still have the Guardians, I should say, minus 147. Of course, total sits at 7.5. Of course, tonight, Diamondbacks and Padres. Padres sit at $1.36. Total sits there at 8. I think some of these West Coast games could be low scoring. I wouldn't be surprised if you get probably 3 out of 4 unders out of these. Angels, Mariners. Again, the Angels are dogs in this game. And, of course, see how they're hitting. If their hitting can come through here against the Mariners pitching. And, of course, Rockies, Dodgers will close it out tonight. Dodgers, big favorites, but Michael Grove, I don't know. A fifth starter laying 208. And I don't know. What concerns me about the Dodgers is the bottom of their lineup. We see the total there 8.5, which seems a bit high. It's kind of cold out here in Southern California, so I don't know if the ball is going to carry tonight. We're going to be a very chilly night tonight over at the stadium. All right, that's going to do it here for our show, guys. We'll talk with you again here tomorrow here on Game Day Picks. So make sure you like, subscribe, set notifications, be live with us, get the plays in real time to get the best numbers. All right, let's go ahead and bring in our crew from tonight. We'll bring in Ramon and Mindy, and we're going to wave goodbye to you guys. You guys have a great afternoon.